And we're back, my friends. Thank you for standing by. I actually made it back. I actually made it back before the song was over. That never happens. I got to hear the end of the music. All right, from the top. If you're new to this playthrough, one of the features of it is I refuse to use the passwords. So, not even to practice. Not even to practice, I'm not using the passwords. So if I want to face Tyson again, well, I have to wait an hour between every attempt because that's how long it takes me to get through the whole game. uh, it's a bad way to do it. Lightning round BRB, Cal says. It pains me not to tell you basic tips, so I appreciate your restraint. I can understand that. You're not alone. There's a lot of people who feel a lot of pain watching me play games. But I appreciate you holding back. I have a very like strong desire to be independent and to be unique. And like that's sort of why, I don't like people to give me tips because then I'll just play the game the same way everyone else does, and that's less interesting to me. If I don't get tips, then I don't know what to do, and then I have to figure something out for myself. And that means I might figure out some unique way to do it. That usually means it's a bad way to do it. What the strategies I come up with on my own are usually bad ones. I admit that, but they're unique, and that's why they're valuable to me. You should see how this guy plays Mario Brothers 1. Oh no, Mario Brothers 1 was ugly. Uh, that's a joke, by the way, because I did play Mario Brothers 1 on the stream the other night, but because that's a game I'm very familiar with, I tried to add some challenges like no like collect 0 coins to make it more interesting, and all I ended up doing was making it impossible. Uh, it actually would, Forks. It actually would. Yeah, I don't. I purposely don't read the instruction books for this stream too. So yeah, even stuff in the instruction book is off limits for me because yeah, so a couple examples. I played Splatterhouse on the Genesis. I don't know if you know that game, but I played Splatterhouse for my very first time on the stream. Splatterhouse 1 and 2. 1 is on the TurboGrafx actually, and 2 is on the Genesis. But I played both of those. Didn't even learn that there's a slide move in either game. I beat both of them without finding one of the basic moves. Which if I read the instruction manual, it would have spoiled that for me. Or on the Super Nintendo, I played Spawn on the Super Nintendo. Beat the whole game. Didn't even discover that there's magic abilities in that game, which are like 80% of your move set. uh, I only found out after I beat it that apparently in Spawn the bosses are designed with the magic attacks in mind, and since I never discovered any of them, I had to defeat every boss with just the basic punches and kicks, and it was so my first playthrough was a super difficult challenge run. Spawn one was my favorite. Shadow says. I get it. I hate it, but I get it. Thank you. Yeah, I understand. I know the feeling. Like when I watch people that don't allow tips playing a game that I know really well and doing something really dumb and I can't help them. I know the feeling. It's lucky my wife is out of town because I'm yelling at you through the screen. Oh. I haven't beat Spawn. I bet that's a cool and tough one. Spawn is Spawn is a mixed bag. It's not a terrible game, but I mean, I don't know because I didn't use the superpowers, so maybe if you play it maybe if you play it with the superpowers, it's a lot better. We do that at times here, Craig says. Uh, I played through the entire game of Skyrim and finally realized there was a run button at the end. I'd never used my stamina. Oh, say it isn't so, Uncle Muscles. That's like 100-hour game, isn't it? I found an outlet. Oh. Star Tropics was my favorite. Only time I've seen you give up and ask for help. Yeah, I do. I do ask for help sometimes. I do sometimes ask the chat for help, but I have to be stuck. I have to be stuck in a game for like I don't know, at least a few hours. I asked for help in Battletoads. When I played Battletoads, I got stuck on the Klinger Winger for about 30 hours. And so I finally asked the chat for help on the Klinger Winger, and then they told me a tip, and then I refused to use it because it felt too much like cheating. I like the Astris method. So twice. No, it happens a few times. It happens a few times. Hooked on Pot. Wizard of Oz was a good one. Yeah, I had to ask a question in Wizard of Oz too. So you'll hear me ask questions a lot just because I talk to myself a lot when I'm streaming. Um, but those questions are always rhetorical. If I am breaking and officially asking for help, I will usually point my question to one member of chat by name. So don't just because you hear me ask a question, that doesn't mean that I'm breaking. It's usually just to share my internal monologue. Battletoads is a poorly disguised quarter eater ported to the NES. Oh, I like Battletoads. You're not wrong, but I like Battletoads. I lied. The asterisks don't help. Oh. You like Battletoads Double Dragon? That one's still on my to-do list. I haven't made it that far yet. I've done Battletoads on NES, Battletoads on Genesis, and Battle Maniacs on the Super NES so far. I'd like to play all of them or most of them eventually, but I don't know, there's still a few to get through. The SNES. Alright. Oh, that game has versions on both the NES and SNES, so yeah, it could have been either one. You were thinking you'd never complete it, Greg says. Battletoads? I mean, there's a lot of games. There's a lot of games where I thought, Star Tropics was something everyone had to look up at some point. Well, Star Tropics, the only time I remember asking for help in Star Tropics was that door behind that one enemy. Because the thing about the radio frequency and the instruction manual was already spoiled for me with Star Tropics. I knew before I ever played that game that there was something. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew there was something in it, something mandatory in the instructions. Other fun NES games include Jackal, Solar Jetman, Captain Skyhawk, and Amagon. Good, frustrating games to watch if you don't know the controls. I haven't played any of those. Yeah, those are all new to me. Captain Skyhawk would be top tier. Alright, Dawn. Gotta get up and stretch, maybe go for a walk, Greg says. Alrighty, we should still be around a while yet, so hopefully I'll see you when you get back. That should be it. He usually doesn't get up after a second knockdown. Yeah, let's go. This is getting more entertaining than I ever imagined. Let's go. Okay, I did bad. I did bad against him last time. Oh no. Oh, it was the last one too, so I can't get my star back. I messed up the last one. Let's go. One round. You're playing on an NES controller? Sure am. Thank you for the palm scowls. I really like using the arcade stick for retro games, especially platformers. Oh, yeah, I'm not an arcade stick kind of guy. I'm very much a D-pad enthusiast. I have a couple. One exception though, I have a couple of the NES Advantage controllers, and one really cool thing about the NES Advantage is you can play Smash TV on the NES, and it has a control scheme where one player can use two controllers. So you use the D-pad on one controller to move, and the D-pad on the second controller to fire, because it's a twin stick game in the arcade. But if you have two NES Advantage controllers, you can play twin sticks on the NES. It is amazing. It is amazing. So I do like that. I do like that. I have a 8-bit dough for my emulator. I've heard those controllers are good. I don't have one of them, but I've heard good things about them. My wife loves it. I have the NES and SNES shortcut on the bedroom PC. My wife can play the Disney games. Aw. Oh. He dodged my star punch. The DuckTales game. I've played a little bit of that one. I actually haven't beaten that game, though. Never beat DuckTales as a kid, haven't beaten it as an adult. This woman is basically a speedrunner. She noms on gummy worms and just clears the game. That sounds like my wife with Mega Man 5. DuckTales remaster. Yeah, I played the original one one night on the stream. I didn't make it all the way through the game. That's one of them though. Like I haven't played that one again because it's one of the ones where they mute your stream for playing it. Gummy worms are the very best gaming fuel, Cow says. Bought her the remaster. She says it looks weird and keeps playing the original. Yeah, it's just for the moon level, I think. For DuckTales, I think the moon level is the one that causes trouble. Where they mute you for the music. It's not that big of a deal. Like, having a stream muted isn't really that big of a deal, but... It put a bad taste in my mouth anyway. Made me feel grumpy. Oh no. I mean, I do use my star punches. I do use my star punches sometimes. I'm just not great at landing them. This is the highest mixture of high-level play and low-level play I've ever seen. That might be my favorite comment of the night. You're clearly simultaneously good and terrible at video games. I love it. Gotta keep you on your toes, Cal says. Oh my goodness. This is the best stream. Thank you. Thank you, Forks. I didn't think I dodged too early that time. Uh-oh. I gotta be careful, he might actually beat me. Well, that'd be very kind of you. It's worth playing DuckTales, getting on the completing list, but that ruins its replayability on this stream. Yeah, the mute. I could always just play the game until I could always just play the game until I get up to that level and then just turn the volume off. But it'd be pretty horrible to sit through as a viewing experience. Live. Oh no. This is the best idea, really, but that music does slap. No, he's getting back up. Alright, that's gotta be it, right? Yeah, that was the worst Honda 2 ever. Hey, Forks, thank you for this, very much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Take a key for coming in. Alright, soda, here we come. This is the highest mixture of high-level play and low-level play I've ever seen. You were simultaneously good and terrible at video games. I gotta remember those comments, because I'm gonna share them with my wife in the morning. Rip my star. I don't filter, I stand by them. I find them very flattering. I find them very flattering. Oh no, I got a star. I wasn't paying attention. It's okay. Oh yeah, so so yes, I only use my left hand. If that's something that I do know that you can use your right arm if you press the A button. I just don't. That became sort of a running gag very early on in the playthrough. and I'm just married to it now. I actually did make it all the way up to Tyson with only the B button. With no right punches and no star punches. I did experiment to see if it was possible, and you can do it without even any star punches. Bald Bull 2 is a little difficult, but yeah. Uh, but yeah, I never used the I never used the A button. It started off naturally. I was just using the B button just because like that. I guess just because the way I hold the controller, like from playing like other action games, like the B button is always the attack button and A is always jump in all the good action games. So when I want to mash quickly, the way I hold the controller is just makes me hold just the B button or mash just the B button, I guess. But people thought it was, you know, it just became a running gag. And now I'm committed to it. Okay, yeah, yeah. I knew there was a right. I knew there was a button. Oh yeah, yeah. Soda was apparently originally vodka. Apparently there was a and there was also an Italian boxer in the arcade version who just got cut out completely. Oh, welcome in, by the way, Lightbane. Great to have you with us. Buffalo, welcome in. I'll be like that old guy in Rocky and motivate you to kick some butt. He's a bum, Frownie. A bum. You can take him. Yeah, pizza pasta. Pizza pasta. Let's go. All right. Now things get considerably more tough. An Italian bar in Japan? Alright. I'm sad. I'm sad to see Mr. Pasta removed from the game because I have a strong connection to Italy. That's where I was born. Ramen noodles with ketchup on top? Oh no. It's truly a loss for us all. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that goes both ways, right? I'm sure they're equally horrified by Western versions of their dishes. Ketchup on top of ramen noodles is especially disturbing to me, though, because here's one of the fun facts about your friend Agent Frownie that people find fascinating. I have a I have a dread terror, like bordering on like a clinical phobia of ketchup. I cannot I cannot be near ketchup without feeling high levels of anxiety. Uh, and I do mean it is an irrational fear, but there's something about it. Most condiments are like that, but ketchup is like the king of the evil condiments. I don't want to be in the same room as it. I don't want to sit at a table that has a bottle of ketchup on it. Uh, I can't take it. Most condiments are no-goes for me. Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, relish. Are all no-goes. But like what terrifies me and what doesn't is inconsistent and random. So like I can eat most barbecue sauces, hot sauces, and steak sauces, even though they're all largely made of a lot of the same stuff. You know? That intellectual appreciation doesn't it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. Hey, Sark, welcome in. How's Tyson treating me? Oh, he hasn't changed. I'm consistently surviving into round 2 now, though. So like, that's something at least. Oh no. And now I'm gonna lose to Don Flamenco. I've fought Tyson 3 times tonight. I fought him 3 times. My only food thing is raw onions. I'll literally vomit. I can eat raw onions sometimes. They've got to be like, I mean, I wouldn't just pick up and take a bite out of an onion like an apple, though I have seen people do that. But I can take raw onions in some foods. Uh, my play style might be a new speedrun category. I don't respect it, but I get it. I'll take it. Mushrooms are the food that give me the ick. Lightbane says. My wife is pretty mixed on mushrooms. She can't eat them a lot of the time because she says the texture is weird. I have sort of mixed feelings about mushrooms too. I like them. I like mushrooms in fairly plain preparations, but I don't really like them in like mixed into other things. Microwave mushrooms are like chewing rubber. Uh, yeah, the texture of cheap mushrooms. Yeah, no mushrooms in the stir fry. Yeah, Jelly doesn't really like mushrooms in her stir fry. I do, but I don't want them like I don't want them. Well, I don't want them mixed with dairy. Like I don't want them on top of a pizza or something like that. Hey, welcome in, Raiders. Narblast. Hello, Raider. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the raid. One up, John. Welcome in. Hey, my friends. Take a moment while we're chatting here. Use that link to give our friend Nar a follow if you're not already. You will not regret it. Nar is a wonderful stream. He's a very friendly retro gamer. Does a lot of NES games, right? If you're here right now, you like NES, right? Nar is an NES master. He's playing through the entire library on real hardware with real carts and trying to beat every game as blind as possible. And he is very far along. He's a lot of people. A lot of people start. I see a lot of people start those kind of challenges to complete a whole library. I don't see a lot of people who are almost 500 games in. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. Uh How's the small guy fighting big guys? I mean, I'm doing all right. I've made it to Tyson 3 times tonight, and I'm consistently surviving into round two, but kind of just barely. Uh, are we talking about pineapple on pizza? That's that's my wife's favorite. My wife's favorite pizza is pineapple and pepperoni, and I cannot tolerate it. So we frequently have to order 2 pizzas. It's easy to get mushrooms wrong. They need the right temp for the right time. Eating turkey legs and watching terrible Punch Out gameplay. uh, we've seen some truly hot garbage in the NES library. Oh, there's a lot of there's a lot of approval for this topping. I see. Well, more for everyone else. Sandman, what an absolute beast. Yeah, this guy is... I like this. I actually like this fight a lot. It's really tough. There was more to that thought. But I'm running out of brain power. I like this fight a lot. It's really tough, but it's learnable. And then once you do learn how to fight him, it's very satisfying to defeat him. But yeah, it definitely took a little while. Alright, let's hear. Nar says, we were able to finish Stage 2 in Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Progress? I didn't know you were working on that one. I thought you were working on that trackpad game. GG on the progress. Oh, welcome in, by the way, Spyman J. Thank you for coming along. Sorry for the delayed hello. I am grateful for you. I think my body's still... Okay, my body's still sore from dance aerobics. Oh. There it is. So that one's still on the menu. Good luck with that, Nar. Good luck. My favorite pizza is anchovies, capers, black olives, and extra cheese. Yeah, those are toppings I can't handle. I don't like to mix. I don't like to mix produce and dairy, generally speaking. So I don't put a lot of vegetables on my pizza because I don't like to mix vegetables and cheese. Generally speaking. Oh no, I have to order more pizza than I can eat and I get leftovers for lunch tomorrow. I'm devastated, Buffalo says. Isn't it just the worst situation to be in? You have to do the two pizza thing as well, Forks. Always found Sandman the easiest fight of all the post game guys. He's easy. He's pretty easy once you learn how to fight him, but it's. I think he's a little tough to initially learn. Couldn't figure him out for the longest time. Couldn't figure out for the longest time to use body shots. Lightbane says. That is a wild pizza. Good on you. The only highlight someone made of me was trying the Simon Says sort of mode. It was basically Twister, Nar says. I gave up like 6 moves in. I am not that flexible. Oh. The hardest part for me about Mr. Sandman is the couple punches he does at the start, where he does a little wind up and then the like jab. There's something about the timing of those punches, like, I don't know, I get distracted watching his feet. And then I get thrown off on the timing and I can't dodge them very well. But if I can survive past that part, I'm generally okay with the rest of it. Alright, Macho Man. Macho Man is the toughest guy in the game for me, aside from Tyson. The first time I ever made it to Macho Man, I thought he was going to be an easy fight because he's so similar to Soda, but I just have such a hard time with the rhythm of his spin attack. Oh my goodness. Yay, we got him in the first round. Thank goodness. Oh. Yeah. Soda is apparently a censored name. Listening to your complaints makes everything so clear why this game was easier for you. Thank you for the GGs. Thank you for the palms. Yeah, round 1 TKO. I've knocked him down in one round a few times now. Let's go get demolished by Tyson again. Yeah, I haven't figured out how the stars work against Macho Man. If I earn one with him, it's just luck. There's a lot of them I'm still working out. Falling down early. No, please. Oh, I lost it. I lost it. No, we didn't even make it to round 2. So sad. That was my worst Tyson. That was my worst Tyson tonight. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Six-year-old me recognizes this defeat. Oh. Yeah, thank you for your restraint, Nar. I appreciate the desire to help me, and I appreciate the restraint to not. Because it'll be magnificent. It'll be magnificent when I finally defeat him someday, and I do it with only my left arm. That's our last. That's our last run of this one tonight, my friends. That's 4 runs at the game. I don't have another one. I don't have another one of this one in me. But we'll keep going for just a little while longer. We'll play a bit of Jump King. I haven't played Jump King in 2 weeks, so I really should play a little bit of it. So we'll do an hour or so of Jump King before we call it a night. But yeah, I don't have another hour of Punch Out in me. Find out if there's a 1-arm speed run. It's exactly why I'm doing the challenge the way I'm doing it, the way I see it. Anybody can follow a speed run or a walkthrough. The interesting part is the problem solving along the way. Yeah. Yeah, I was saying that about it. You know, like I don't really mind when I get stuck in games and have a hard time, especially when I make it through, because like I value the uniqueness in my playthrough, and I value getting an interesting story out of my playthroughs, and so like when I talk about how I beat a game, like for me, I feel like it's a more interesting story if I share how I got stuck on a particular puzzle for 6 hours and descended into the underworld in grief and misery before I finally somehow found the solution and pulled through. I think it's a much more interesting time than if my story is just, oh, someone told me how to do it, or I used a walkthrough. Like, and I value having a unique story to my playthrough experiences. And like look up some stuff in JRPGs. Yeah, I mean, if you get stuck to the point where you can't have fun with a game anymore, we all have to look something up sometimes, but I only want to do it as my absolute last resort. I have a similar attitude to collecting games. I like to have stories about how I got some of my games. Yeah. Those those tend to be more valuable parts of my collection. Even if the games themselves aren't really that valuable. All right, just a moment, my friends. I've got to switch some hardware around. So let me get to that real quick. I'll be right back with you.